All right, hey everyone. Today we worked on basic algebra, and I'm just going to share my whiteboard and show you how we solved some problems. So the first problem we worked on was 6 plus a equals 12. Now it's very easy for students to just look at this and just immediately be like, well, of course 6 plus 6 equals 12, so a must equal 6, which is correct. But you really want to get used to getting into the habit of writing down all the steps, because once algebra gets more and more advanced, it's going to be easier to mess up if you do everything in your head. So please write it down. The essence of algebra with one variable is that you want to isolate the variable, okay? We want to get the variable on one side and have nothing else with it. We want to move everything to one side and just the variable on one side. That's our goal. That's always our goal. So what's the variable here? Our variable is a. How do we get a alone? Well, we can subtract it 6 from both sides, right? 6 plus a minus 6 equals 12 minus 6. Remember, subtract it from both sides so that the equation is still equivalent. So the 6's cancel out, and we're just left with a equals 12 minus 6. And what is 12 minus 6? 12 minus 6 is 6. So it might at first seem like a lot of steps to do something that's pretty simple, but trust me, if you get in the habit of writing it down, other things will become a lot easier once everything starts becoming more advanced. Another one we worked on was 4n equals 32. This one's different. What does 4n mean? A lot of people confuse 4n with 4 plus n. That's not the same thing. You can't get rid of the 4 by subtracting 4. Why? Because the 4 is attached to the n. It's not on its own. So how do we get rid of the 4? Well, we can divide it. So on algebra, if you want to get rid of something that's added, you would subtract. If you want to get rid of something that's multiplied, you divide. And then vice versa, multiply. If you want to get rid of a division, you multiply. If you want to get rid of subtraction, you add. Right? So this is multiplication, so we would divide. What do we divide by? Well, we want to get m on its own, so we would divide by 4, because 4 times n. And remember, we divide both sides, and 4 cancels out, so we're just left with m equals 32 over 4, which equals 8. So n equals 8. Okay, I'm going to go over one more, and this one actually combines everything together that we just talked about. 11 plus 4 equals 3s. So now this one might look intimidating because we got a bunch of numbers and a bunch of operations. But so you might think, well, we want to isolate this s, right? So to get rid of the 3s, we would just divide it by 3, right? Because 3s divided by 3 is s. But notice that when you do that, you end up dividing this weird expression here. And that looks kind of nasty. So the most important thing you want to do first is you want to add the like components. And the like components are things that can be added together. For example, 1 plus 2. If you see that anywhere in your math problem, just add them together. If you have something like s plus 2s, well, they're both in terms of s, so add them together. You get 3s. And then 1 plus 2 is 3, right? So we can see here that we have 11 plus 4. 11 plus 4 is 15. But if we had something like 11 plus 4 b, then we wouldn't be able to add it because we can't add a b to a constant. So we would have 15 equals, hold on, let me make this clear. We have 15 equals 3s. And now we can treat this like a new problem. Now how do we get rid of the 3s? Well, we just did what I did earlier, or tried to do earlier. We divided by 3. And when we divide it by 3, we end up with 15 over 3 equals, 3's cancel out, s. And 15 over 3 is equal to 5. So s equals 5. Right? It's that simple. So yeah, that's basically what we worked on today. And I hope that's helpful for anyone that's watching. And thanks.